Hi everyone, and welcome to 3 Charts in 1 with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Infinox on Friday the 13th. Is it going to be a horror show? Well, we probably had the horror show previously this week. Looks like today we might be seeing some sort of a recovery, but we've got 3 charts to show you today. We've got dollar yen, we've got the silver chart, and also S&P futures. So straight into on the dollar yen chart, and what we have is this big bull run higher in dollar yen over the past few months really, and it started to roll over. And keep this chart in mind, because this chart is very, very similar to the US 10-year Treasury yield. Very similar run higher, and also a rolling over at the top. Big key one-day reversal. Keep that in mind as well on the 10-year yield. But looking back on the dollar yen chart, we can see this rolling over, the breaking of the uptrend. We've also seen this reaction low being breached now. First time that's really happened for a long while actually on dollar yen. Reaction low at 128.75 being breached on support, and these lows here, 127 big figure to 127.50. This is the support, and that basically came in as support yesterday. 127.50, pretty much bang on the nose. So that is the key level of support market is now looking out for. We still do have this negative divergence playing out through the RSI as well. So this is a very important moment for dollar yen. How it reacts to that support 127 figure, and can it continue to remain high? But at the moment, this is just an unwinding move. But below 50 on that RSI would be a warning signal. That 4-hour chart just turns a little bit more corrective. But generally speaking, I'm going to say that with these death cross on the moving averages, but we're still just consolidating at the moment, but a breakdown below 27 figure is a key moment there on the dollar yen chart. Looking at the silver chart, it had a massive sell-off from 21.40. Keep that in mind, because we go out a couple of levels. You can see the importance of the support there this year, but generally speaking, if I go to the weekly chart, what a massive support breach that is there, isn't it? Because it pretty much completes this big, well, top pattern range breakdown, whatever you want to call it, and it implies quite a significant move to the downside. Certainly the next support doesn't come in until 118.20, 119.50, these old highs here from 2019. So, and there's no real support until then. We've got the corrective move on that RSI back on the daily chart, a bit oversold, so you might get a technical rally near term into resistance. Big overhead supply now, 21.40 up towards 22 big figure. Huge overhead supply now for silver to break, to engage a recovery. It needs to break through that, but until it does that, you have to be saying that rallies are a chance to sell on silver. And finally, onto the S&P 500 futures. Well, again, another massive breakdown that we've seen this week. As I said, horror shows all over the place. And on the weekly chart, you can see that this is a really important, again, a really important breakdown that we've seen of support. Big topping pattern. Oh dear. Momentum negatively configured. Daily RSI looks correctively configured, doesn't it? I think it's just swung higher a little bit today. We might get a near-term technical rally, but look at this overhead supply. You've got around 4,100 now to 4,140. That is the crucial resistance on the near to medium term level. On a rebound, that would need to get through that resistance to engage any sort of a serious recovery. But at the moment, we're looking at still selling into strength. If I go back one more level, you can see that consistently we've seen rallies sold into throughout 2022, and at the moment obviously we've had the acceleration lower. We might get a little bit of a near-term technical rally as the RSI unwinds from that 30 level. That is pretty historically stretched for S&P futures, and as I said, that might unwind, but anything back towards sort of 40 to 50 area is selling opportunity territory, I think, for the S&P futures. As I said, at the moment today, we've seen a bit of a near-term rebound on the chart. We can see on the 4-hour chart we've unwound, but again, near-term resistance is already into around that 39.65 area. But again, 39.65 towards 4,050. Again, resistance overhead, plenty of resistance to restrict any recoveries on this chart. And essentially, as I said on the breakdown, if I go out a few levels, well, I mean, okay, testing 38.45 could easily be seen, but certainly more downside. You cannot be ruling that out. So I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I'll speak to you next time. Thank you very much.